Hey everybody, it's Michelle Wildflower from Women's Empowerment and Spiritual Awakening Retreats. Thank you so much for taking the time to explore your spirituality with us today. And I am the host and facilitator for the Women's Empowerment and Spiritual Awakening Retreats. And today on the Wildflower Woo Woo Show, we're going to be discussing ways. Last show, we were talking about intention setting and what is the best way to set your intention. And today we're going to be talking about when is the best time to set your intention. So I'm actually here at a mine in New York and we're digging for Herkimer diamonds. So one time I'd like to have a women's retreat where we actually go dig crystals. If you're with me, type yes in the replay. Anyway, so my phone almost might die, so I want to get to it real quick. So after you've taken the time to find out what your intention is, if it's something that you are trying to grow or begin or start, then you would probably want to do that spell around the new moon. If it was something that was kind of already in the beginning, in the works, and it was kind of things were starting to roll and you were starting to see the magic of it all beginning, then a full moon would be really cool because that would kind of help to bring it all to fruition. And if it was, something that was kind of like releasing and time to let go, then you might want to do that during the waning moon. So not sure if you know, but the moon actually has different phases. There's waxing and there's waning. You probably already know, but just in case you don't, the waxing moon is when the moon is growing, and then the waning moon is when it's decreasing, the energy is decreasing. So that's a good time for releasing. If there's something you're trying to let go of, sometimes we need, if we're trying to bring something in, what we need to do is move out what's not serving us anymore. Let go of that and make space, make room for what we're looking for to come in. So then we might want to do a releasing ceremony, which, like I said, would be good to do after the full moon when the energy is kind of decreasing and we're letting go. And another thing that I wanted to mention is to be careful around when Mercury's in retrograde. I don't know, but that's like a whole nother episode for another time. But when Mercury's in retrograde, it's best not to try to really plan any kind of intention setting or contract signing or buying a new car or beginning a new partnership with someone, because the energy can just get crazy, things can reverse, there could be a lot of chaos. So there's nothing wrong with, honestly, we should be setting our intention all the time, right? But I'm just talking about if you were trying to do some kind of special spell or specific ritual or something like that, a little ceremony, you might want to do that when the planets are more aligned than when Mercury's in retrograde, just to increase the chances of and likelihood of your spell coming true, right? So I just got back. I had a show in Virginia Beach, and I actually gave a workshop there at the expo that was going on. And I met with Terry of Spirit Guided Portraits. And if you've been to the retreats before, you know how amazing she is. And she actually gave me the idea, and we've been talking about maybe having more than 2 retreats. What do you guys think? Type yes in the comments if that sounds good to you, right? Why limit it to only 2 retreats a year? Maybe we'll have more. Maybe there will be more specialized and like more specific in varying interests or modalities that people are interested in. So keep your eye out for that. We have things in the works that we're working on, so you might be interested, and if you're watching the show, then I know you will be. So keep your eye out for our next few posts and episodes and what we'll be posting, because there are definitely things in the works that we have brewing for you that will be fun. And speaking of brewing, I hope that everyone has an amazing Halloween. And what made me think of that was my Witch's Brew tea And I hope that, you get your witch's brew on, whatever that means for you. And you enjoy your Halloween, which is New Year. So it's a time to really start shedding the old, letting go of things that don't serve us, and thinking of it as like a whole new beginning after Halloween, right? So let's set our intention. Maybe on Halloween, we could do a little kind of death ritual for the old us that we're shedding, that person that ever holds us back and limits our beliefs and has any negative talk that they're projecting in our ear. We're letting that person go. We're saying goodbye to them, and we're bringing in that new person that's full of joy and positivity, that's always uplifting us and making us feel happy and enjoying the moment that we're in, and living in that moment that we're in instead of rushing and trying to get to the next moment, right? So let's focus on that. I hope that you enjoy your Halloween in whatever way that means, whether it's being quiet and with yourself, or whether it means taking your children out and going trick-or-treating, or going to a Halloween party. But we'll look forward to seeing you in a couple weeks at the next Wildflower Woo Woo show in November. Take care, and thanks for opening the door to your spirituality. See you later.